Saludos amigos, KASH here, President and CEO of KASH International Luxury Real Estate. Guys, how are you doing? Hope all is going great. So I was just on the fly here and I was talking to some of my favorite clients of all time, okay? They are investors in Las Terrenas. They are looking at the Cap Cana market, okay, where I'm standing right now. And they have some questions. And you know what I love about them? They have some of the best questions. So you know what? I have to go ahead and share their questions with all of you because they're just great questions. So the answer I'm giving them, I want to give it to all of you so you guys have this for future reference, okay? So let's go ahead and jump in. So number one question that they're asking me, and this is what they're doing. They're weighing between, they already own in Las Terrenas. They might flip, get a profit, they're not sure, but they also want to invest in Cap Cana because they love Cap Cana, they love the livability long term, they can see themselves here, you know, in their later years, okay? So that's kind of where we're at. I'm just setting the frame for you. Let's go ahead and jump into question number one. What is the current Las Terrenas market for selling our unit? Okay, they have an amazing oceanfront penthouse unit, amazing. In the interest of privacy, I'm not going to say their name or the project. However, one of my favorite projects, absolutely one of my favorite projects, and I love it. So they have a spectacular unit, okay? Here's my opinion, guys. Las Terrenas market, what are we looking at? I said it in the last few videos of mine where I did, I think, a really good job of explaining Las Terrenas market. I believe we are experiencing some growing pains, okay? Growing pains are a positive thing. And why do I say it's a positive thing, guys? Because my daughter right now, she's 8, she's experiencing growing pains. What's that gonna do? That's gonna take her from, you know, being the 3.5 feet to 8 feet, 5.5 feet, okay? She's gonna experience this time of her life is going to be full of a lot of growth mentally and physically. And in that process, she's going to have growing pains. And that's kind of what's happening right now with her. So what is the analogy? The analogy is Las Terrenas is experiencing these growing pains right now. So these growing pains make it not the best time to sell, okay? It all depends on your investment strategy. What's a gain that is acceptable to you? What are you looking to make? If you're looking to flip, what are you trying to make in that process? But overall, in general, what I'm saying is Las Terrenas is going through some growing pains. Infrastructure is growing, a lot of construction happening. We have the construction of the Jumbo Plaza. That is huge. A full out department store coming to Las Terrenas. That is massive. We have La Serena right across the street, another amazing grocery store so you don't have to go into town. These are really, really big deals, and these are things that are going to change the entire paradigm of Las Terrenas. It's going to make it a spot that more and more people are going to want to be, okay? What we did is we experienced this big boom after the pandemic for a couple of years, and now it's kind of tapered. And guys, what we're going to experience, I believe what we're going to experience next is going to be massive. It's going to be a huge jump because it's going to become much more livable for the masses. There's going to be more accessibility. That's going to come along with it. We're going to have more units, condo units that are coming available, okay? So that being said, my assessment is if you own something right now and it is in construction, just like you guys are asking me, I think you hold and you wait, okay? That doesn't mean that I can casually keep it on the market for you. You just never know, because when you have a special unit, you have a special unit, and those are always valuable. However, I don't think right now is the opportune time to be selling, all right? I don't think it's the opportune time to be selling, not actively selling. Passively, I can keep my eyes and ears open because we have so many people that reach out to us, and but I don't think you actively need to be doing that. Wait a little bit longer, and those gains are going to be inherent by waiting, okay? Because Las Terrenas is going to take off again, especially when you have those spectacular units like my clients always do. You're in really good, you're in a good situation, so I would wait, okay? Number two, what's the current Cap Cana market? Cap Cana market is pretty steadily on the incline. What I'm seeing a lot of, and Carlos here as well, because he's my director over here on the East Coast, what we're seeing is the livability factor of Cap Cana. Okay, I'm just walking up here. Right behind me is Aqua Marina. Over there's Punta Palmera. I'm walking up to the beach right now before I go home just to get this video done for you guys. But it's a constant, the rhetoric, or what I keep hearing from clients is this is very livable, and that's what they want. They want livable. A big thing here, one of the big advantages here in Cap Cana is the access. Because the access is so simple with Punta Cana International Airport, literally, guys, like 10 minutes away from me, and all these other aspects. This is a big deal, and it makes Cap Cana very attractive. And as the North America is getting more and more complicated. People are getting, it's more very politically very bipolar. More and more people are making that decision that Cap Cana is, and I had a great call today with a client from Florida, and a former attorney for insurance companies. Great guy, great conversation. And he said he is planning his exit strategy. His exit strategy is over a time frame of about 7 to 8 years. So that is a lot of people. So a lot of people are planting their feet in now. They're getting into the market. They're buying their slice of paradise. Maybe it's a piece of land that they're going to build on later. Maybe it's a condo that's going to be done in 2 to 3, 4 years. Whatever that strategy is, you're seeing a lot of people doing that right now. Okay, so Cap Cana's market, I have to say, is more active than we're seeing in the Las Terrenas market. But that's not to say it's going to remain like that. I think Las Terrenas market is going to boom here very shortly. All right, guys. So let's see. What's the next one? Hopefully this wind is not getting the camera too much. Okay, number 3. Compare. So this is a comparison of the project that they're looking at over here in Cap Cana. Okay, and specifically the project we're talking about is Bonita Golf. Amazing, beautiful project. These guys have an amazing unit that they have set up. But, you know, they're thinking about upgrading and going to a penthouse. So what I always say, guys, currently you guys have a 5th floor unit reserved. There's an opportunity for you to go to an 8th floor penthouse. I've said this in all my videos, absolutely no question. The same thing in Las Terrenas. Absolutely no question in my mind. If you have the opportunity to take a penthouse, you take it. If you can afford it, if you have the means, you do it. You don't think twice. You don't wait. You don't ponder it. You just take the penthouse, because a penthouse is always going to rent better. Okay, a penthouse is always going to rent better. I can see the sun, which is funny. I can see the sun in the background, the sunset over there. It's glaring through the camera into my eyes. Always take the penthouse unit. If you have the means to do it, you do it. No question asked. It's going to rent better. It's going to appreciate quicker. It's going to have higher appeal, higher demand, and your quality of life in that penthouse is going to be amazing, because you are going to have unreal views. Okay, so all across the board, it checks all the boxes. You always go penthouse if you have the opportunity to go penthouse. You just go penthouse. Don't question it, okay? Unless the price difference is so ridiculous or too massive and you can't justify it. But if the price difference is within reason, then you go penthouse all day long. Don't waste time thinking about it. Thank me later once you get your unit. Or say to yourself, when you're in that 5th floor unit looking up at the 8th floor unit, shit, we should have listed KASH. Is so much better up there, okay? So penthouse all day long. All right. The next question, depending on the above, that's why I love these guys. They have such great questions. Depending on the above, should we move forward switching units in the Bonita Beach project? Okay, I apologize. I was talking about Bonita Beach. Bonita Golf and Bonita Beach are the same amazing developers. These guys are building at record pace. They are constructing so fast. We're so proud of these guys. We're so proud of our clients that listened to us in the beginning and bought in, because this is the deal. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. You know, just like I just said a few seconds ago, you should absolutely move forward. Absolutely move forward in the penthouse. No question about that. I think you're very fortunate that came up, and whenever you guys have an opportunity like that, send me a WhatsApp. Let me give you some advice. And this isn't a matter of trying to get you to buy more. I just know the value of it, because I personally do it myself. I have a penthouse unit here in Punta Palmera. There's no way around that a penthouse unit is absolutely way better. But guys, you can see how beautiful it is here right now. Let me just share that with you. Look at these breezes here. Look at the palm trees. You know, and that's what I love about this area, is the breezes just come in so strong, and the sun's going down over there. I don't know when you guys are going to watch this video, or not on the channel, but guys, isn't this just stunning? It really is a slice of paradise. Like, don't get me wrong, Las Terrenas is beautiful. I love Las Terrenas. That's my first love, let's say it that way. But man, Cap Cana is no slouch. The beaches, Las Terrenas beaches are better. I say it all the time. They're beautiful. They're the best in the world. But these are pretty damn amazing, and what a great environment. It's probably like, I don't know, 70 degrees right now, maybe, yeah, 70 degrees, and it feels unreal with this breeze hitting. What a great place to work, a great place to live, and a great place for you guys to be considering on this penthouse. But depending on the above, sorry guys, your questions again, they were so great that I had to share this with everybody. So you have it says 3A here. We will put, you guys are considering to put your unit in Las Terrenas on the market. you want to know how long do you think it'll take to sell? Guys, it all depends on price. All depends on price. I'll say this, the price you bought it at, if you put it on the market, it'll be sold right away. I just don't think that it's a right play. I think you let Las Terrenas go for another 12 months maybe. I'll keep it passively. I can do that for you guys. My team can keep it passively on the market. And that's the strategy. Hang on to it though. Let Las Terrenas go through those growing pains, okay? You've already secured an amazing asset there in Las Terrenas. Don't let it go too early. I think you should hang on to it. I did have a client in a specific project that did sell early, but it wasn't early because he got a very good price on his unit. He wants to put his money to work in another project in Las Terrenas, which is a great strategy as well. But guys, since you have that penthouse unit, I think you hold, you wait a little bit longer, and you passively, I will keep it on the market for you, okay? How quick would it sell if you decide to? All depends on price, guys. All depends on price. Like I said, growing pain, so it's not going to sell as quick as you would want it to. What is the process and cost to it? So if you own a unit in pre-construction and you're working with me and you're working with the right developers, guys, what we end up doing is it becomes a pretty seamless process. What you're doing is selling the rights and obligations to that pre-construction opportunity, okay? Sometimes developers block that, so what we try to do in our contracts is make sure you're not blocked from being able to do that, which you're not blocked in your agreement that you have for the unit you are referring to. You know who I'm talking to. So that being said, there's no restrictions on you, and that's how we like to do it for our clients, okay? Therefore, what you would do is basically you would be selling the rights and obligations. So you would be taking your appreciation, that would be going in your pocket, you would be getting your money back, and the obligations, the remaining payments, would forward to the new buyer. It's a pretty straightforward transactions. Our attorneys are very used to doing it, especially Vladimir, a good friend out there in Las Terrenas. He's very, very efficient in this process. He's done it countless hundreds of times for me, for my clients. So very, very easy. That is the least of your concerns. We can make that happen very quick. But when you are buying, try to make sure your attorneys do have a glance at that. If possible, sometimes developers don't like when someone can flip out of a project, okay? They don't like it for obvious reasons. They don't want it to be a speculative type of builder where people are in and out. I get it. In an ideal scenario, you want to be able to, okay? So keep that one in mind. Really, really simple process if you decide to do it with this one or with the new one, if you decide to do it, okay? Hopefully that answers your questions. Hopefully this helps you guys a lot, all right? I'm going to go ahead and share this with my clients that are waiting for this, and I'm going to be calling them next. But great questions, guys. Anytime you have questions like that, feel free to send them over. I can do a similar video, and we can get it out there, and knowledge is power. Let's go ahead and share the knowledge so everyone investing here in North America understands the market a little bit better every day, a little bit better. You understand a little bit better, and you can love where you live, and you can love where you live with confidence. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Love you. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, and share.